and xylitol. When you chew the gum...
So there is something really interesting thing going on. We found some pictures from the JUICE mission, which is the Jupiter's Ice Explorer mission, which is going to the Jupiter moons. And it had an encounter with the comet 3A Atlas. And it took some pictures. And those pictures are fabulous. They are very interesting. I downloaded those pictures. I did a lot of analysis. I'm going to share those pictures with you. There is a slight slowdown of comet 3A Atlas because of the speed in which it is traveling and leaving the sun and going towards Jupiter, the gravity of the Jupiter, and comet itself is now leaving the solar system. So it slowed down like maybe I would say like 70 kilometers per second to let's say 62 or 65 kilometers per second. It's not significant at all, but some people are speculating that it might get caught by the Jupiter's gravity. Now, there is a very small chance that it might happen, that it might get caught by the Jupiter's gravity because of the speed that it is traveling. The main speculation now that is also coming out is about the size of the comet 3A Atlas and what kind of a debris field that it is leaving behind in the solar system, particularly when Earth is going into the orbital path of where 3A Atlas was. People are wondering if this comet debris is what we are seeing as fireballs. These winter fireballs and the meteors come every year. They literally come between Jan and March, and it's a common occurrence that we see this all the time. There are several hundreds, even close to 10,000 fireballs that are reported all over the year. Even in the Europe or in the US, you will see quite a lot, mainly because of the meteor activity field of 3A Atlas at this moment. If you take a look at every one of these activities, there are hundreds, if not thousands, reported in the last 3 months. And they happen every year. They report the same year after year. So these are very near the Mars. That was the picture taken by the Mars Express. Those pictures were good. Now, the Jupiter Icy Moon Explorer started the JUICE mission, started exploring the comet 3A Atlas starting November 2nd. And they observed this until 25th of November. And 25th of November onwards, I think they have a safer location from a cooler location. That's what they called it, where it is safe for the spacecraft to watch it for a longer duration. So they spotted 3I Atlas around 0.44 astronomical units, and they took wonderful pictures. So this is really good. This is a jet towards the sun, and it shows the velocity is going, meaning the direction is going this way, but it is a jet towards the sun. That's what it is showing here. An amazing data. So I downloaded this image. So I wanted to bring the image down into my astronomy software, and I'm showing you this image here, right? So they have this inset of this image right here, and then they have this image itself. And let's take a closer look at this image. Look at the jet that is flying across. But anyway, look at all the jets that are flying on this comet. It's a very interesting image. And I saw this inset that was there talking about the coma. What caught my attention was it said Janus, the camera on the JUICE 3I Atlas distance was 0.44 AU. So that's like a half a distance from sun to the earth, close to, right? So, and I started looking at this image, and I was actually wondering if it is half the distance from sun to the moon, sun to the earth, if the half the distance from the sun to the earth, Why is it looking so big? So if we take a look at the sun from the Earth standpoint, sun is way too big compared to Earth. So we know the size of the sun when we look at it. And if we turn places and if we stand near the sun and look at Earth, we will see a tiny speck of the Earth. That's all we will see. Let's say if we come half the way, right? So this is how we will see the Earth at a 0.44 AU distance. This is how we might see it, right? So this is pretty much the size of the Earth. If I am looking at Earth from a 0.44 AU distance, which is half the distance from Earth to the sun. Now, so this is Earth, and like this is what you are looking at Earth, right? So this is size of the Earth relative to the size of the Comet 3 Atlas. Look at how big the Comet 3 Atlas coma is. The nucleus could be very small, but the coma is 1,000 times or even more bigger, right? It looks very big. So I went ahead and I wanted to get a black and white image of this picture. So I took the black and white picture of, so now I'm looking at the same, like almost like two black and white images, and you can see the size of the Earth and the size of the Comet 3 Atlas.
Is this not adding up for you either? This isn't adding up to me. And I'm wondering if it's the whole model regarding the sun and how far away it is. Perhaps it's not that far away.
Can you see it? Size of the Earth versus the size of Comet 3 Atlas. Of course, the Comet 3A with the coma, right? This is the size relative to it. If it is passing by the Earth, we are going to see a huge body that is passing by us. The coma itself is big. It's not necessarily the size of the comet. So you're going to see a huge fireball or gaseous ball or whatever this is, all those jets flying, and we will be seeing a huge comet that is passing next to us. That's what we will see. It's going to be very, very big. So then my idea came in, okay, let's understand how did NASA looked at it when they were looking at this 3 Atlas when they're close to the Mars. Look at this picture here, right? So back in September 2025, this picture they were showing here is,
You want better energy? Take caffeine.
this picture they were showing here is, watch this. You see, once in a while, something is going next to it. That's Mars, and that's 3 Atlas. So this picture was taken by a Punch mission satellite. This is from the Earth. So from the Earth, if we take a look at this object, that's the size of the Mars you are looking at. And 3 Atlas is looking at that big. So if you see the Comet 3 Atlas, it is traveling from the top to the bottom. And as it is coming down, it is passing Mars, it is passing Jupiter in the bottom, right? Now, look further and notice the speed, the velocity it is going. As it is coming from the top, when Jupiter is away from the Comet 3I, the speed in which it is flying is around 68 kilometers per second. As it is coming closer and closer, it is coming to 61 kilometers per second. So Comet 3I is slowing down a little bit when it is coming closer and closer to the Jupiter. It's not significantly slowing down to a point where it is captured by the Jupiter hill radius gravity. I do wanted to leave out with certain very important information here. So the Comet 3I is coming in at 348,000 kilometers, which is the coma of the comet's Rhea. 348,000 kilometers. Now, the hill radius of Jupiter is in the 53 million kilometers. Now, but it is pretty much intersecting a small portion of it. It is kind of touching and going, but since the speed of the 3A Atlas is too high, I don't see a reason why it will be stopped by the pull of gravity of Jupiter. But we never know what's going to happen. So it's going to be interesting and we'll pay close attention. And as Avi Loeb was suggesting, if it is technological, it might send some probes from Comet 3I Atlas into the Jupiter, one of the moons, or Jupiter
Avi Loeb is from Harvard, so you really can't take anything that he says seriously.
itself. We need to see. So anyway, we are going to keep a close eye on the Comet 3I. I am going to use my backyard telescopes as much as I can to give you the best possible views. Comet 3 is going to be like really small compared to Jupiter. So don't expect a whole lot from the live stream, but I do wanted to put it out there, what's going on, as live as possible, the information in the next few weeks. So if you are into all this, please don't forget to subscribe. So there are quite a bit of reports that are coming in now from several parts of the world saying that they are seeing a lot of fireballs in the sky. And they are reported during the day, during the night.
That's very cool. Have you ever seen anything like that? I haven't. I've seen tons of shooting stars, but I think actually, yeah, he's showing it here in the background. I want to turn off the sound and just look at that comet for a little while.